Hello lovely humans, welcome back to the channel. Out here in the beautiful wilderness, just listening to my soul and connecting with the beauty all around. It's a lot easier to connect with yourself and to find out what you want in life when you can really hear what's going on, when there's not so much noise around you. And one thing that I've been thinking of recently and wanting to do a video on is, what does it mean to be a man in this world, in this time? Because that is what I identify as. I identify as a man, or becoming a man. And so that's relevant for me and a lot of people I know who are men as well, or aspiring men. What does it mean to be a man? And I think to really kind of hone in on that is it's really important to just start with the question, right? And to start thinking about it. Start thinking about what that means for you. And in our culture, we've always had media and movies and stuff telling us how a man should be, or telling us how a woman should be. And that's not necessarily always the healthiest way, I don't think, to figure that out. It's more important to assess for ourselves. And, maybe more so in the older days, but, they always had the message, the kind of the not obvious, the subliminal message that, it's not okay for man to feel. It's not okay to have emotions. And I think that leaves some men starving, right? Starving to express themselves, starving to admit that they have feelings, right? Because we are humans, we are alive. What does that mean? What does it mean to be human? That means that we feel. If you don't feel anything, then you're probably dead. Whether you're just a dead man walking because you don't have emotions, or if you're actually dead, right? And so to just embrace our feelings as beings, we are hurt, we have hurt, we have pain, and when we try to bottle that up and be tough, we're really just hurting ourselves and those around us, because we're cutting ourselves off from life. We're not truly allowing our hearts to be expressed. So to be a man, it really just first to just admit and embrace that you have feelings, that you are alive, that you can get hurt, and it's okay to be hurt, and just to feel the feelings and feel the things that being alive brings. You don't always have to have a macho, tough guy look, because that's kind of was the message in our culture, I feel. To be a man is to be willing to take the arrows in your back, be willing to take being shots at you for speaking your mind, and to actually have a position on something, to not be afraid to take a position and stand on your own 2 feet. To me, to truly be a man is, even if you have to stand alone, then stand, right? Even if you're the only one doing the right thing and everyone else is doing the wrong thing, it's still the right thing, even if no one's doing it, right? That's still the wrong thing that everyone's doing. Even if they're all doing it, doesn't make it any more right sometimes. So be willing to have integrity as a man, and even if you have to stand alone, then stand alone, because your voice really does matter. And now more than ever, we got to speak up, when we see things that are wrong in the world, right? They say all that evil needs to thrive in this world is for good men and women to do nothing, right? So for you to just stand by passive and not take action when you see someone hurting someone, when you see people poisoning the earth, we gotta be willing to stand up and protect those people, those things that are less able to protect themselves. That's what a man is. Speak for those who are not spoken for those defenseless creatures. Be willing to truly admit to yourself and examine yourself and look at yourself and see all the ways in which the way you are living creates effects in the world. How are the ways that I'm living affecting the world as a man? I think that's very important to ask yourself, and as a woman, as a human in general. Just but this is just kind of for me, like a video and stuff, because I've been wondering this for myself. I was writing about it. I'm trying to become a man. What does this mean? What does it mean to be a man? And to me, it really means as well as to be honest with the way in which I'm impacting the earth. To be honest with myself, the way I'm impacting others around me, with my actions, with my words. And to really be willing to speak up and stand up and protect. As a man, like, we are built differently. We are stronger sometimes. I'm just traditionally, I'm not trying to offend anyone. Some women are very strong, but, this is just, if you get offended by any of this, like, just take it with a grain of salt. And but yeah, man, just to be a man is to be willing to, be honest with myself about what am I doing here, and how can I impact this place for the better, and how am I not showing up? Where am I missing the mark? It all starts with honesty. We need people who are willing to speak up for what's right, as they see it, right? Because what's right to me might not be right to you, but I still have to have integrity and follow my own heart. And to be a man is to appreciate nature, to be living in gratitude for the gift of existence, to honor women and to respect women, and to protect the children, to protect the women, protect the planet. We have a duty here as men and women, and I'm not as versed, on how to be a woman, and rightly so, right? But we got to protect our women. We got to respect them. Take care of our moms. And just be willing to learn, be willing to be wrong, and be honest with that. We don't have to act tough. That's not what a man is. A man is, a human being as well, like I said, and we have feelings. And sometimes the most tough thing you can do is to admit that you're afraid, and to admit that you're weak, and so just really getting honest with ourselves as well, like looking at our purpose and wondering how we can be of service in this world, and realizing that it's not all about what I can get for myself. It's about making a positive experience for others as well, and realizing that you are connected to all of this. Bob Marley is one of the best people ever. And he had a quote. It's like, real wealth is not just about your ability to accumulate money, but it is in your ability to positively affect those around you. The true wealth of man, it lies in his ability to affect those around him positively. It's not all about money. It's about how can I inspire those around me to be better as a man, and how can I be a better listener too, right? In order to have meaningful things to say, you have to be willing to learn how to listen as a man, or as a human in general. I had a big list that I wrote down, but I don't have it with me right now. Another thing to be a man is to know when to rest and to give yourself the rest you need. You know, you don't always have to push yourself and be an overachiever like the culture tells us. Being a man is learning how to take care of yourself as well, and honoring the needs of your body, of your spirit, of your mind. Because how can we give the best of ourselves to this world if we aren't even taking care of ourselves, you know? If we don't take care of ourselves. So be willing to stop and slow down. You know, traditionally, like to be slowing down and receptive to the world is a feminine trait, I think, you know, because we got the yin and the yang, the passive and the active, the feminine and the masculine. But every human being, man and woman, has masculine and feminine energy. And so to truly be a man, a real man, we got to learn to get in touch with our feminine side. Like the receptive, the part that appreciates the things, the soft, you know. We don't always have to be rough around the edges and you know, gruff and stuff like that. We can sit here and enjoy the stream and go for a swim and just give yourself what you need in life. You know, have to have that balance if you're to be a real, true human, you know, a successful person in life. And being a man as well is not being afraid to decide for yourself, you know, your values, and live by those, regardless of what's going on around you and regardless of the values of your culture. Being a real man is deciding for yourself and remembering that you are an individual who has the capacity to ask questions and find your own answers. Be willing to investigate, you know, the things you're passionate about and not go along with the crowd, right? To be a real man is, like I said, you know, it's to stand on your own 2 feet when things aren't right, not to just follow along for the sake of not wanting to be attacked by others, right? Because we got to speak our truth even if our voice shakes in this world. We got to be willing to stand up to others and, you know, just do what's right. Because people aren't always doing what's right. And you got to remember that you can be the example for others, right? If you have the courage to go your own way, you could be the example to inspire others to do the same. And that's what a leader really is. A leader inspires others to follow their own feeling inside. A leader inspires others to lead themselves, right? A leader does not create a bunch of followers. A leader creates more leaders, they say. And that's what a real man is. Reminding others of their voice, reminding others of their skill and their, you know, ability to investigate and decide for themselves what's true. You know, me being a real man is reminding you, hey, don't listen to what I'm saying. Investigate. Use your own mind. Use your voice. Use your skills. We're all individuals here creating this experience together. And the more that we can remind each other to use our power, that's the more beautiful it'll be. That's beautiful. You know, to remind one another that we are powerful. That's beautiful. And that's what it is to be a man. To just remember that you have the ability to create and go your own way. You have your own 2 feet. You have a heart to guide you. You have a brain. Not to follow the crowd, man. That's not what we're here for. Don't be afraid. You know, we can inspire one another to truly show up to life, and that's what I'm aiming to do here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope that something resonated here with you. Please share this with someone who you think might need to hear it. Trying to spread the word on the channel and get a couple more people involved. So yeah, thank you for being here. Have a beautiful day, and appreciate you. Till next time.